in what has already been a golf season of amazing stories, one that has just encapsulated the whole year in such a great way. I don't think I've seen a single person that was upset or disappointed what happened on last weekend. Certainly from my perspective. It did this year start to feel like one of those things that was just going to keep eluding him. Mm-hmm. And, you know, there's always the thing of people saying that it will happen, but sometimes they just don't. These things don't happen. You know, we were saying it for many years with Rory. Fortunately, it did. But it was just such a enjoyable experience, not only to watch him play, to play good golf over the weekend, drive it incredible over the weekend as well, by the way, but putt incredibly as well. And I think, well, obviously, we're getting it into a little bit more. Or should we do it now? Should we have a little chat about it now?
Yes. So you're a stats heavy man.
I do love a bit of stats, yeah.
But which we are going to get into. Mm-hmm. But let's just talk about what it is that is so monumental. Tommy Fleetwood became the second English winner of the FedEx Cup, following on from Justin Rose having won it before.
Yes.
And his victory at the Tour Championship is the first of his PGA Tour career. It earned him 7.39 million GB pounds, which is $10 million.
Right.
Russell Henry and Patrick Cantlay were second. There were 3 strokes behind Fleetwood, which I think is monumental because in previous occasions where he has been very close, he has lost by 1.
Yes.
So giving himself that nice buffer meant that he didn't have to go out and shoot a zillion under par. He still did. He still shot really well on day 4. But, you know, he wasn't forcing himself to into that position because he had played so brilliantly the previous 3 days. No one could catch him. And Fleetwood's success ends a run of incredible near misses. Of course, we had the Travellers.
Yep.
Where he was
sniped by Keegan Bradley.
Yep, Keegan Bradley just did him with a little...
On that front 9 on Sunday, I was worried again. I was like, you are not doing this again, Keegan. Go away.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about Keegan Bradley in a lot more detail in a minute. And the FedEx as well. The FedEx St. Jude, which he got ludicrously close to winning again.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see someone from our country. He is a proud Englishman, a proud Evertonian. It's so nice to see someone so unanimously supported. I can't think of anyone who doesn't like him.
No, I don't. I've never met anyone that has a bad word to say about him, which is a testament to him as a person. Not only in people that know him, because it's obviously very easy for us as people that have met him on occasion, but we don't have daily conversations or really understand the guy behind the golfer.
I have a daily one-sided conversation with him.
Right.
I just DM him every day.
He just doesn't reply.
Tell him how much I love him.
Yeah. No, I mean, those last 2 events you say that he came mightily close to winning. The first one was the first time that I think you really went, oh, you've thrown that away there. Like, you should have won. The FedEx St. Jude was a little bit different. He just didn't quite get going on that final day. And obviously Justin Rose and JJ played really well going into that. This one definitely, he obviously put himself in the best position. And I feel like he was playing the best golf over those other 2 events. So it felt more confident going into that final day. But I will say, he obviously played very well. I think he shot 2 under on the final day. He didn't have that guy that pushed him all the way to the end. There was Keegan. Patrick obviously had a really rough start. Scotty started to come through, then shoved it in the water on 15, which kind of eased, I think, a lot of things off, because when he's coming in hot, you're like, oh no, this is going to happen again. But Tommy just did what he needed to do. He played really solid golf. As I say, his putting was amazing. We'll get onto the stats a little bit later. It's as I said before at the start of the show, it's just such a nice full circle experience and event to see someone actually do the thing that you think they should be able to do.
Yeah.
It was starting to feel like something that might evade him. And now everyone does the exact same thing we did when Rory won, is that we go, when's his first major going to happen? You know, how many more PGA Tour events is he going to win? You know, like, it is very quick to, and he is good enough to do that, granted. And don't get me wrong, there's no one I'd love more to then go and win a major next year. But it is also quite quick and reactionary to see someone, you know, he has just won for the first time.
Just let him enjoy it.
He's taken like 160 odd goes at this. Like, So, hopefully, I mean, from a Ryder Cup perspective, obviously, like things are really blossoming up into like a nice position for us. You want your top boys like Fleetwood firing on all cylinders, and all the others that we'll get into. And also, just as a side note as well, with this, we haven't mentioned at the top of the show. Stick around till the end, because today Keegan Bradley is making his picks for the Ryder Cup team. So we're going to live react to that. I'm sure we'll get into who we think should be in the team in a moment, and then we'll see how close we are. But if you want to see our live reactions, end of the show, wait for that.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one where we could see some picks that people don't expect. We could see some picks that people are expecting not get picked. I would like us to do a list of people we think he'll pick, and a list of people as a Team Europe biased podcast we hope he picks.
Yes.
Because they're easy targets.
Yeah. Who we want to see on the team is probably different than who we'd like to see.
I would like to see him pick the people who I think we can beat.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about Fleetwood's tournament at the Tour Championship, which we completely forgot to mention. He is the first person in FedEx Cup history to make the Tour Championship his first win.
I thought there was one more. I thought Chad Campbell did it.
Oh, I don't think so. Chad Campbell's a silly old carrot. But yes, let's talk about the stats, Jacob, because this makes for some very interesting reading.
Yeah, I mean, immediately the first thing that strikes you is that over the whole event, he was the only person to gain over a stroke putting, which for Tommy Fleetwood is insane. And not only a stroke, he gained 2.04 strokes. The next person was 0.97 in Russell Henley.
Wow.
Like, that's over a stroke gained on the greens in a field of that class. These are the 30 best players of this year. They are realistically have no kink in their armor at all in regards of how good they are. They obviously can do incredible things. Granted, Rory is significantly better driver than the ball than some other people, but for someone like Tommy Fleetwood, who his putting has been the issue, that how many times you watch him play a round of golf and he leaves putt short and he's timid and he doesn't really roll the ball to the hole, and then he made that change to the mallet putter this year about 6 months ago, and you've seen from that point onwards, really, there's been a slow progression, but he's now finally got to this point where he is rolling the ball really well, and he putted amazingly across all 4 days. Maybe it's sort of scar tissue from watching him so much and wanting and feeding the ball into the hole. But when he had birdie putts this weekend, it just felt like it was going to go in. Usually, he's an incredible iron player and he can stiff it to 5-10 feet from 300 yards away. But then you still wouldn't find it a given that he'd put it in the hole. So finding the putter, and obviously this is something that you've seen with Scotty. If he putts well, he wins golf tournaments. And even for his, I think he basically was middled out for putting this week. And as the old adage say, I guess it's putting for dough and driving for show. But he performed in a way that was of an extra echelon that I think we've seen from Tommy Fleetwood before. Naturally, to go and win a golf tournament of this magnitude against the 30 best players in the world, you have to do that. But this was a level of Tommy that I don't think we've ever seen before. I genuinely feel this is one of the best he's ever played in a event. Obviously, you've got the 63 at Shinnecock, almost shooting a 62. He has these moments in these individual rounds. Like, I remember we were looking at the BMW in the past, and when which was at Aronimink, which is where the PGA is going to be this year.
Yeah,
and he is a course record holder for that course. Not only does he have it once, he has it twice, and not only does he have 62, which is the course record, twice, he did it in the same event. He did it second and third day, and he didn't win the event. He shot 1 under, 1 over, and shot 62s in the middle. But that's just what the Tommy Fleetwood we've known to be. Yeah. He's just not packaged it all up in 4 days of golf.
Yeah.
And he was just so consistently good every single day. And I mean, he got off to a quick start. He's definitely someone that you usually feel has to come from behind rather than hold his position at the front. But he did that well, led basically every day. I mean, I could wax lyrically all day about Tommy Fleetwood in terms of how good a golfer he is, but it's just so nice to have that support of he's won this event and he's won the FedEx Cup.